You don't keep falling back into sin because you're weak. You fall because something inside you secretly wants to, and until you admit that, you'll stay trapped in a cycle that looks like repentance but feels like spiritual rot. You pray for deliverance, but part of you flirts with darkness behind closed doors, hoping God doesn't notice what you've learned to hide from everyone else. You say you're fighting lust, anger, addiction, pride, but you're feeding it in secret by what you watch, what you tolerate, what you justify in your own heart. James 1 verse 14 says each one is tempted when he is drawn away by his own desires. This means the enemy doesn't need new tricks if your own appetite is working against you. The shocking truth is, you don't fall back into sin suddenly, you slide back, little by little, in the small compromises nobody sees. You're not guarding your gates, your eyes, your ears, your mind. You think you can handle it, that it's just entertainment, just a bad day, just a moment of weakness. But sin never stays small, it grows in secret until it demands worship. That's why Jesus said, if your right eye causes you to sin, gouge it out. Because nothing is worth keeping if it's killing your spirit. You're exhausted because you've been trying to kill sin with willpower instead of surrender. You pray for freedom but don't obey the Spirit's leading. You want deliverance without discipline. Galatians 5 verse 16 says walk by the Spirit and you will not gratify the desires of the flesh. But you're still walking by your feelings, your impulses, your own timing. And here's the hidden danger. Some of you have gotten used to repentance without change. You cry, you say sorry, you feel bad, but you don't turn. That's not repentance, that's emotional relief. You've started treating grace like a bandage when it's supposed to be a weapon. The enemy isn't scared of your church attendance or your Instagram Bible verses. He's terrified of the day you wake up and actually obey what you already know. Some of you keep falling because you're still secretly in love with your old identity. You think you're delivered, but your heart still misses Egypt, still craves the chains because they're familiar. Romans 6 verse 6 says your old self was crucified, but crucifixion is painful, and you keep climbing off the cross when it starts to hurt. You want resurrection without death, breakthrough without brokenness, and that's why you keep circling the same sin cycles, blaming the devil for battles you were supposed to outgrow. The truth is, you don't need another deliverance session, you need discipline. You don't need another prophetic word, you need obedience. You keep asking God to remove temptation, but He's asking you to remove access. Until you delete the number, cancel the subscription, unfollow the account, cut off the access point, you are welcoming the very demon you keep trying to cast out. You're begging for peace while feeding the storm. This is your warning. Hidden sin doesn't stay hidden. What you refuse to confront will eventually confront you. You don't fall because God isn't strong enough to keep you. You fall because you keep running back to what He already told you to walk away from. And now is the moment to stop playing the victim in a battle you were born to win. You are not weak. You are chosen, equipped, called to walk in power, not in patterns. But God cannot heal what you pretend isn't broken. So choose this day who you will serve, because the longer you delay, the deeper the chains grow, and the harder it becomes to remember who you really are.